Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams today are dealing with two-game losing streaks, but one will have the chance to get back in the win column. It's the Saints going up against the Buccaneers.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Oh, heck of Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. On 1st and 10, Wilkinson. Forced out to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw on 2nd down, Wilkinson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
But you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200-plus?
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and that'll make it third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Looking to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Back to throw. And some room to work. He's to the 10 and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And he'll bang that one through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass, because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilkinson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. To throw on second down. Wilkinson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On second down, Williams. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They go play action here on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Gun. They'll look to throw. Left side caught by Matthews. That'll be a gain of 16. And that'll lead here to a third down. Out of the gun now on third down. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat it.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilkinson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He's going to launch this thing way down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On play action, they'll throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 54 yards. On the counter, here's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. He'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing to start the drive. Wilkinson looking and finding Allen Hurns. There goes Allen Hurns. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Will Redmond. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to pump the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Again, it's Williams. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And he is out of bounds right around the 20. The 13 yards that time at a first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big gain of 31 on third down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll come out in the pistol. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Matthews, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Wilkinson, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Kamara. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Back to throw. Wilkinson, quick hitch, complete. It's Burke. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in-route accompanied.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now back to throw. And some space here. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Here we go now. Come on now. Lock it 56. Lock it.
They'll drop the throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. The Bucs on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Off play action. Wilkinson. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down. Wilkinson shedding through the defense. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. To throw on second down, Wilkinson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to throw. Wilkinson. Completes it right side to Britt. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. 10. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Saints. 46 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Back to throw. Wilkinson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilkinson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target, and it's third and short.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And his kick is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to throw here. And Wilson has it. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your...
Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So 2nd and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Wilkinson. He finds Hearns left side. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Oh, now he bowls him over. So he got 3 on 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate...
Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Looking to throw. Wilkinson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give him 6 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, Wilkinson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Trying the left side with Kamara. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Back to throw. Wilkinson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. On the toss, here's Williams. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
A gain of 13 and also the 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Wilson snags it left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Albert Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On first down, Wilkinson. Binds, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. To throw on second down, Wilkinson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he? No. Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Looking to throw. Wilkinson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Looking to throw on second down. Wilkinson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Operating from the gun, Wilkinson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Bucs on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a completion to Wilson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play for the Bucs there on third down. And even 40 yards.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's third down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Will Redmond. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilkinson eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here we go. Fans 38. Fans 38.
A big